Welcome to JB Trio Podcast, live on location at AMF Louisville. My name is Lee McDonald Jr.
Chris Whitmassey.
And Mark Merchant.
We're in the middle of bowling right now. Chris is not finished yet. Almost there for Bowler of the Week this week.
And we are waiting for those.
We're really rooting for him in the third game. No pressure at all, Chris.
They say this while being the king of the hill, all with me as well. So.
Oh, yeah, we're all in the king of the hill, by the way.
And we are waiting for them to turn on that foul light.
Did you see one earlier? I didn't see one.
No, I think I've been pulling it pretty damn good.
We have a video that shows Chris's foot over that line.
And joining us, we have the lovely Camilla. How'd you bowl the first few games?
That's Camilla Garcia.
My average?
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, it could be worse. Chris is up. Oh, he left a forfeit.
I just thought I heard a buzzer.
Okay, here. So if you didn't hear him, that was Brian.
Uh-oh.
We talked about that
We
before.
might have a couple of bleeps.
And joining us is Ricky.
Ricky won the second card game tonight.
Ricky is the guy that is missing work tonight. He was working at Hooters, now he's here bowling. If you're at Hooters, meet Ricky.
You have cameras better.
Chris is still up bowling. Sorry, Brian.
I know. That sucks.
What'd you have in the card game?
Not shit.
Ricky won a big second game.
Did you win
Card
the second game?
tonight.
Nice. There's Chris throwing a new ball. Struck that time.
He needed that one.
Yeah, he did.
But he lost 3 points.
Mark had a full inspection on your foot there.
Really?
We do. It's on video. We've got it blown up.
Well, I'm wearing black shoes,
And like you said,
black and pink.
the alarm doesn't go off at the bank. You could steal the cash.
Exactly. It's a free game.
Chris's ball will be inspected after tonight.
I told you it was hollow. I told you it's a
He
magnet.
admitted it on the live stream.
Did he not fill the plug?
Apparently not, because that thing is
What?
bouncing off the pin.
You know what? We have a rule say we can just reset and we just backspace it out. Cut it out.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
I'm not
This is
I'm
raw.
not editing that out.
It's raw live
It's
video.
live, buddy. That's Chance, by the way, talking. Say hi, Chance.
What up?
Chance to foe. I beat him. He was
I
honorable
only saw
mention
one
last
game,
week.
I thought.
No, I beat him both games.
Oh.
Proudly.
Yeah, no, we tied the first game. He just happens,
With my handicap plus one.
He just happens to sandbag a little.
Yep. Plus one. Seriously, it's on
It's a big ball. Chance is up now. Maybe the
A couple of
podcast.
high scores tonight,
So,
though.
just for y'all listening, I need to get a double in the 10th to win series and
How
get
many of you
players.
have faith? Place your bets.
I need double in the 10th.
Camilla has total faith.
If I don't get a double in the 10th, that means Mark has real hair.
Uh-oh, Chance is bowling. And that sounded good.
And I just lost a chance.
About time you woke up. You had some good
Ball Chance.
Don't miss.
I won't. Don't win. You won already. What are you talking about?
That was a very
Look
nice
at,
ball.
Look
Very
at
nice.
David Pride over there counting his cash. Counting his cash.
Damn,
I
David.
get cash too. I don't know. Where's that at? I get cash too.
That's David's. He had a 269 that second game.
Woo. I think he beat Mark Merchant in the bracket tonight.
642 series. Only one? Well, one is better than none. Hey! That was Camilla Garcia with a strike
Still carrying that team.
and a double. Yeah, yeah, it was.
This game for sure.
She's holding that team up like usual.
Yep. Increased cranial pressure.
Yeah, Team ICP. Nice game, Colleen. Nice game.
I broke 100. Thank you, Lord.
There you go.
There is a bowling
There is a bowling god. Oh, turkey.
That.
He's the best backup bowler in the AMF.
Yes, I agree. There goes Mr. Larry Keel bowling. Hey, that's the check.
Louisville Rap 10.
Was that a middle finger? he
That's
shot?
the Louisville 10. Hey, what'd you win?
$65.
How?
3 brackets and second place.
Wow, look at that cash.
Second.
Yeah, he got 2.
You share that with your
I did?
wife?
Hey, I got some money.
You going first place.
Damn.
But just because you won King of the Hill does not mean you won Player of the Week.
Wait a minute, who won King of the Hill?
You did.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, we're
wow.
supposed to
What?
split it,
I
though.
took second.
We're all supposed to split it.
All right, guys, so it's official. The first JB Trio host King of the Hill winner, of course, ends in a junior.
But the host is going to win Player of the Week. And then next podcast, Mark is going to gloat
But you
about
heard it here first. The first King of the Hill podcast winner goes to me. And it was all luck. And I didn't foul once.
Let's beep that one out.
Damn, dude.
That was a cock.
And the music wasn't even playing.
And that's Chris taught him everything he knows.
All right, Chance is up.
Mark, $30.
Oh, what's your old man win?
I didn't win any I didn't win like $5 for.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Sorry. $40.
He tried to rip me off.
$40.
Oh.
I can't.
Put it down there.
I did not teach Payton any of that.
And this is how Leland funds a podcast.
I did not teach him any of that.
Trying to rip me off.
And Chance just totally humiliated Chris.
You remind me of me last game.
Don't open.
Except you don't foul.
Remind me of me.
You see mine hit pocket?
It hit
I hit
pocket.
pocket, too.
You had the stare down there for a minute.
I hit pocket too. It just was a weak pocket.
Chance with the clutch third game finish, about to take series. Nice finish, Chance. Chance to full bragging, 248.
Did I beat you?
I won? Oh my
110.
god. Oh no.
Oh,
Wow.
I think I beat him totals.
Whoa.
Oh,
do you tip
man.
him when you get cash like
I
that?
buy him dinner every night.
Yeah, I was going to say he treats dinner whenever he wins.
Dinner's
Where's
on
this?
Dad tonight.
And where's this? At
$100
Whataburger?
for Dad.
And then this is Whataburger he treats you?
It's wherever he wants. If he wants anything, Dad, it's on Dad tonight. $100 for Dad. Can't believe it.
Next week, Ricky's bringing some of his friends from
Hold on, hold on.
Oh no. All
Let me do
right,
this
here we
math.
go.
Let me do this math real quick. If I beat you by 3, I beat you.
No way. No, don't say it. Don't say it. Oh, I got you by 5. All right, guys, we're signing out. This is just the first part of episode 3. Okay, welcome to the JB Trio podcast. We're back home. This is part B of our podcast. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.
Christopher Woodmansey.
Mark Merchant.
And joining us this week is my son Payton, bowling on team number 1.
Crank Jaggers.
Payton does the brackets for the JB Trios. I secretary, but he helps running brackets. So I'd like to start out the show with how we all did this week. Looking over our standings, guys, we had a lot of surprising teams do really good this week. The Prides by far did the best out of everybody against team number 9, Triple X. The Prides, which is consisting of David Sr., Jr., and Andrew, both his sons. They are team number 5. Dad. They swept all 48 points against Triple X, team 9. Triple X was on the move throughout the weeks. They were doing really good and unfortunately ran into a juggernaut. The Pride swept all 48 points, all 3 of them bowling 600. Triple X didn't bowl that bad, but the Pride, they were on a tear this week.
And just a note, they've real easy match next week.
Oh, really?
Real
Are you
easy
sure?
match.
I think you're miscalculating. I think it was this week they had an easy max. Now they're ready for go to hell next week.
No, next week, real easy match against Team ICP.
Right, I thought I was going to have an easy match.
Isn't that team that fouls a lot?
We're used to it. It's in beta right now. We're trying to get better.
We got to get those foul lights on. We got to find the fuse box.
I-675 says differently.
So let's jump to your team, Chris. You guys bowled against Chance and Larry and Colleen, team 3, Beer 30, team ICP, consisting of you and Brian and your wife Camilla. She's been consistently holding you guys up, but Chris, you bowled pretty good this week.
I did. I think, like I've been saying on the last 2 episodes, about what we needed for the team to do to perform well, and we needed our morale to be higher. We need our excitement, our mental game to be very high. going into the game. And we established that early came out swinging very strongly, especially against Chance, who's been shooting great weekly. I was able to keep up with him and outbowl him until the third game. But I took 3 out of 4 points, but we kept our morale high. We were having fun. Our mental game wasn't focusing on bowling. We were just focusing on having fun and supporting each other. And we did that, and we're seeing a very high morale rate going up right now.
That's good. That's good. And you guys took 36 from them. So
36?
You know, on that point, though, let me ask you, I find it really hard when you're bowling so many leagues to just get up for Tuesday night. I always just bowled the one league Tuesday night. So I always look forward to bowling Tuesday night. But having bowled Sunday this week, Monday, and Tuesday, it's just when Tuesday came, I just felt like I wasn't up for it like I usually am. And I don't know how that is for you, Chris, bowling more than one league, how you can stay anxious to bowl 3 nights already. It really did hit me this Tuesday for the first time, where I just felt like here I am again down the bowling alley. Just couldn't get geared up to bowl.
I can relate to that, but my mentality, the reason it makes me wake up every day, have a nice cup of joe and nice pancakes and eggs and sausages on a Tuesday, is the fact that I can see Mark's Merton's face when I crush him. That's why I live and breathe for Tuesdays. Tuesdays are my day to shine and to fuck with Mark Merchant.
All right, we'll have to see what happens if we catch you in a position round.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're there.
Making bowl of the week and winning our bet.
And for Mark to shine on me and praise me for a whole day.
Everyone praises you, Chris.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
But Mark, I actually know what you're talking about when you said you were burnt out. Over a summer and a fall league, I bowled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and subbed Friday sometimes. So a whole year of that, I was pretty burnt out at bowling. I thought I was actually going to take a year off after it, but I decided just to stick with Tuesdays. And now it's back to where I am getting back to getting excited about going to bowling every week. And every Tuesday night, I'm ready to throw my shoes on, throw a ball down the lane, and just have a great time with everybody. And that's the best part about it, is our league is just so fun to go to every Tuesday night.
And Payton's got an unfortunate story. We bowled against the Coopers 3 weeks ago, and they took Payton's favorite ball,
My main bowling ball.
So the last 2 weeks, poor Payton's been bowling with his second favorite ball, and he's bowled pretty good, but it's unfortunate because we would like to get his favorite ball back. But
You mean they took home his ball?
they took home his ball on accident.
Was that the one they threw over the Louisville Bridge?
Oh,
I think I saw that one. I think I saw that in the news yesterday. A blue ball was floating.
You don't need that 13-pound ball anyways.
Oh, man. So, Mark, your team bowled the blinds team. And just like you mentioned last week, your worst team is beating yourself.
We're definitely our own worst enemy. And when you're bowling yourself, it just makes it a lot tougher on you. Ron struggled immensely, especially after bowling so good he did the week before.
And normally against the blind, you want to take at least 40 points. And unfortunately, you guys only ended up taking 26. But we got a position round coming up. We've got the normal week next week, and then we got position round after that. So that's the chance for everybody to jump up. So these next 2 weeks are really important. And it's a good chance for teams that are on the low end like us. All 3 of our teams are on the bottom. And it's a good spot, any bottom team, to make a jump. So we got to do that these next few weeks.
Yeah, you're right.
And then our team, mine, Payton, and Leland's team, bowled the second place team, Dwayne, and they've been on a tear. As you guys heard last week, they bowled Mark's team and bowled 200 pins over his average, made bowler of the week, and they crushed Mark's team then. And they have been in second place holding firm for at least 6 weeks. And we bowled them, and they didn't bowl horrible. We just happened to bowl better than they did, and we took 32 from them. So our team got a little bit of a spark. And then teams we haven't mentioned, the first place team, Kiefer, Logan, and Sierra, which is the Cankles and Quasis, they bowled against Team 7. They bowled Ricky, his mom, and Greg. Bust Your Nut team took 26 from the first place team, and first is still in first. They're holding strong, and a lot of it is because we bowled the second place team and beat them. So the league is really close. It's really tight.
Yeah, those top 3 teams are right in striking distance. It's only 11-point lead for Cankles and Quasis over I'd Hit That. with Four Family right in third. So
Yeah, I'm looking at that Four Family team. They were hovering around the same area as us on the bottom, but man, the last 2 weeks they jumped up to third. And if they somehow get by, I'd hit that, make it up to second. I'd be worried if I was in first because Four Family last year they were the dad team that we talked about last week. Made fun of them for they named their team Dad when they don't even like their dad. But that is the most dangerous team in the league right now, especially Andrew Pride. Back-to-back high 600s, had the front eight again Tuesday night. And that is definitely the most dangerous team in the league right now.
Yeah, I second that. I think so too.
yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
The next 2 weeks are definitely going to be very interesting for the top three teams. The position round, especially, one of the teams is going to take a huge or not so huge lead.
There were a lot of high scores this week. Looking at the lanes next to us, it looked like Craig had a high game, so didn't Ricky. There was just it seemed like to me there were a lot of high scores.
Top four bowlers had high 600s. We didn't have any honor scores and we didn't have any 700s, but there were definitely more bowlers that bowled in the high 600s. A lot of the high 200 averages. Chris, you bowled one? You had 600.
Yeah, can you state those four bowlers verbatim, please, for me?
There was Andrew Pride, who had
okay.
You,
great.
Of course, Chris had 675. You bowled against Chance, who we started the podcast with live from the center, and you guys had an intense match. And you did finish with 675, and he only had 670.
Sounds like those lanes were juiced.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
Keeper had 670 as well. So, yeah, we did good.
And that's it, right? That's all of them, right?
That's pretty much it. And
okay, great. Okay.
Highest in the whole league.
Great, great.
Just a little lower from David Pride of making Bowler of the Week. But on a similar subject, the King of the Hill that we run for the very first time, JB Trio podcast history, of course, there's only 3 episodes. We had all finalists host King of the Hill, where me, Mark, and Chris. Who was that guy that won that? Payton, you run the King of the Hill. Why don't you tell us who won that?
This week, who actually won it was you.
Well, I thought there was agreement, though. We'd split that cash down the middle.
Splits what?
We
did split it. I took the money and split.
And Payton, real quick.
Brackets, I did not talk about any under the table deals.
I'm sure he tipped you well, Payton.
Yeah.
He fed me good that night.
Every time Dad wins King of the Hill, I say dinner's on Dad.
And I took that.
and where was that? To McDonald's?
Yeah.
Hey, it's our
dinner is
place.
dinner.
Whataburgers, where's that?
Oh yeah, that's
what we really
that's
want.
actually where we want.
We love it because they serve breakfast after 11.
Yeah, me too. Me, Camilla, we love it there.
Yeah, that's right next to our house. Everybody, I don't know what the deal is.
Behind us.
Yeah, who's crazy behind us? But I don't know if anybody else in the league knows, but it seems like I want to say maybe over 50% of the league all live in Corinth.
Really?
Kyle does.
Yeah.
All 3 of us do.
Brian does.
Brian does. If we took a poll, and I run a lot of the league numbers and stuff, and they have to give me their address, you'd be surprised how many people live in Corinth, and we all just decide to bowl AMF instead of Denton.
Yeah, because better.
Yeah, they don't throw the foul lights on.
Oh,
exactly. That's the benefit. See, Mark gets the benefits right there. See, he understands.
But you guys haven't bowled head to head in how long?
We stopped bowling them because Mark always gets a sub.
Yeah, I got to make sure I got Neil on speed dial.
Yeah.
Now we should. I get the feeling though we got you coming up shortly, even after this position round. I think we got you in a week or two.
I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
We said it was going to be 2 weeks, but it turns out it's position round that week, so maybe it's the week after.
Well, it's going to be a grudge match.
Yeah,
it's going to be a grudge match.
We will definitely have to do a live podcast during that match.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with that.
It's going to be a grudge match.
Podcast at the bowling alley.
It really was nice seeing Ricky show up, and for the first time in a couple of weeks, I guess he took time off from the Hooter Girls.
Yeah, it looked like he fell in love and showed up.
Yeah. He did pretty good. He did pretty good.
He looked like the same Ricky.
Didn't bring any Hooter Girls with him.
No, that's the problem. Yeah, I told him he's got to bring some of his Hooter friends.
And then something else happened that, oddly enough, happened a few weeks ago. The Lily was left again. We have another Lily sighting from Mike Ensline. They did so bad this week, they lost 48, and Mike left the Lily.
They must have a bad day because that's a team that has a high prospect right now. They're the team to look at, and they just have a bad day.
They ran into a bad week. That poor family team, they are definitely dangerous.
Maybe we jinxed Triple X by talking about how well they were doing.
How well, yeah.
In bowling, you can never say how good someone's doing.
Yeah, so by mentioning Four Family here, maybe they're going to have a downfall. But then again, they are bowling Team ICP, so
Their downfall percentage is increased. I understand what you're saying, Mark. So yeah, you're right. Their downfall is coming.
It seems like you're back. You were throwing the ball pretty good.
Exactly.
I think you're right. I think your team is on the way back, and it's you guys are bowling each other next, and then me and Payton's team is bowling
Beer 30.
We're bowling Larry Keel and Chance, and Mark's team. You guys got Ricky's team,
and he probably will bring some Huda friends down. I told him to.
It might
You should tell
bust. You might.
them ahead of time.
Yeah.
And Michael Ensline's team had a horrible week last week, but they get to bowl either the blind team or if Futterguckers decides to come back. I know they've been busy at work.
Oh wow! So they might come back.
And then I'd hit that. Oh, that'll be interesting. I just now noticed I'd hit that is bowling Kankles and Quasi. So it's first and second. There's a very good chance it's going to be back-to-back, first against second, Kankles and Quasi's against I'd hit that. Unless if second place can't hold up and they drop down to third. That could happen against Four Family jumping to second place. Four Family is bowling Team ICP. So I don't know, Chris, you think you guys got enough to stop Four Family from jumping to second?
Oh yeah, like I said, we got our secret weapon, Camilla, my wife. She's going to distract the father. Brian, he's going to sit there and get drunk and have fun. All right,
Well,
and
some people bowl better when they get drunk.
exactly. So we're going to keep on buying him beers and have fun. The more he yells and screams throughout the day, the better he's bowling.
Yeah, we heard proof the other night.
Yeah, see.
If you see me drinking before bowling, that means I already know I'm going to bowl bad that night.
Some people, it's like spinach. They actually turn into Popeye.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird like that.
It's definitely going to be a big week coming up because when you look at the standings, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 place teams are in jumping distance of each other. So it's going to really make an interesting week.
There's only a 5-point difference between 8th place and 4th place.
Wow.
So, I mean, these next 2 weeks, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully next week we'll have a lot to talk about with all that.
Who is Redneck in the Ink going against?
Oh, who is that? That's Mark's team. They're going to go against Ricky, and they're on 31-32 if we bowl there. You know, the
Well, I hope Craig's becomes Craig and does what he pulled yesterday.
You're talking about, Greg?
Greg.
Yeah, he did pretty good. But with Ricky bringing a couple of Huda chicks, that could ruin his game.
Well, he better not.
I could ruin a lot of guys' games.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to talk about is last year when Mark bowled with Ron, he had Ricky on his team. So this is kind of old teammates bowling against each other.
Yeah, and there's a whole story with that deal with Ricky, but yeah.
Well, I don't think Ricky holds any grudges. He loves who he bowls, but if you ever get him in the brackets, there's no chance he's gonna split with you, even if he's on your team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ricky takes no prisoners.
I think, Mark, you talked to him about that a few times last year, and you had him in a few brackets one day, and he said, "Nope, I'm taking it all."
And he lost it all.
Oh, did he lose it? Oh,
yeah,
no.
he lost it. I gave him the chance to split it 50-50. Didn't want to do it.
No, and you took it. I remember that.
We love Ricky. He's a good guy, but it'll be interesting to see what happens this week. Who knows?
It
Maybe
will be.
carry your bowler socks off and then maybe take bowler of the week.
You know, nobody fears us at all. Everybody comes with their A game against us, and they beat us. And then we beat ourselves. Believe it or not, this is the first winning week we had since the second half started, and it was against ourselves, basically.
Well, you guys are the winners of the first half, and how our league does it is we do split season, guaranteed to bowl in the championship round on the very last week of the year.
Yeah, so maybe we should be sandbagging it now.
Well, we pay out 2 halves, though, so I mean, you don't want to get paid out first in one half and then last in another. But there's still time.
It's going to be a reach to come in the top position second half, so we just got to try to get ourselves in third or fourth place would be nice.
Under us, but yeah.
And make sure we're just ahead of Team ICP so we can grab some extra cash.
You know, Chris, if you guys pull off a miracle of miracles and win this second half, and you guys have to bowl against Mart for the championship, that'd have to be a special episode of the JB Trio podcast.
Yeah, it would.
That'd have to be another live episode at the bowling.
That'd have to be a live, like video and like everything, like cameras.
And that
Chris
and-
or Mark swearing.
We'd have to have a
Yeah,
presser
and-
for you guys, just for you guys. Just you know how they do in the MMA fights when they have a live presser and they're standing toe to toe
Yeah.
against each other.
Yeah.
that would be a major miracle, though, if that happened.
I think March will get his head wax for that day.
That would be interesting to bowl for the league to get bragging rights, especially on the podcast. I don't know. That's a pretty big task, Chris. I don't know.
I think it's possible. It's possible. We're coming back. We're gonna probably. I'll tell you now on the podcast right now, live. We're gonna take 32 points. We're taking 32, guaranteed.
But, to take 32 points next week, that puts a lot of pressure on Camilla.
Especially against
Carrying
one
that
family.
team.
I mean, you guys are going to have to really get in their head because
We are. That's our plan. That's got to be the only game plan is to get in their heads, whether it's school, girlfriend, and a horny old man. That's it.
I don't know. I'm going to get David to listen to this podcast.
And, I found out something interesting that when Chance had started the league to replace his now wife, who also got married in the middle of the league.
Yeah, she is. Aaliyah? Yep.
Yeah. And so now he's taken over for his wife for the second half of the league, but I did not know this. He and Andrew Pride both bowled in the high school bowling league together.
Yep.
So they come for raised from school in bowling, and they bowled in the same house, became adult bowlers together, and
Wow.
They bowled heads up last week, and they were. I mean, I never saw Andrew so intense, and man, and Chance was too. Chance was pretty intense. He's usually intense when he bowls, but it was pretty interesting watching them bowl. So
Now his wife didn't hyphenate her name, did she? Like Camilla.
I don't know. She didn't tell me anything.
Aaliyah did not do that. She took the full name. She took the faux.
Yep.
So Camilla is going to take Woodmansey.
Camilla Woodmansey.
She just wants to hyphenate it for insurance purposes.
Yeah, she said if I don't give her second place in this league, she's leaving me.
Well,
Right.
she gave you second place. That's not bad.
Chris
She
was like,
said-
can you settle for top 5 at least?
it'll be just like us. You'll be in second, and that's good enough.
And then Mark's team will be in 6th, and then it'll be a great day. It'll be a great day.
Hey, I do know that Lee asked if she wanted him to change her last name on the standing sheet, and she said no.
I don't know if that happened or not. I don't know if that happened.
She doesn't know better. She thought she was talking about something else. She decided to change it.
She said, Chris is so good, I'm going to change my first name to Chris, too.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be Chris. It's gonna be Chris Woodmansey. Chris Woodmansey.
Bowling, losing that argument, and you're coming in 1 week with Camilla's last name.
They never argue.
He's gonna lose that battle. She's like, screw being a Woodmansey. You're taking my name.
Well, Chris, we want you to know right now, I don't know for Mark, but if you guys do ever get in an argument in the middle of bowling, we're taking your side.
Exactly. Cool. Great.
And then as soon as your back turned, we're all on Camilla's side.
Like, I got you. No, I'm got you, Camilla.
Screw that guy.
No, she's been really bowling. She's bowling really good. I'm proud of her lately. Like, she's been kicking up in gear. I love it. And now we're just waiting for Brian to kick it back up in gear, which he is. So we just got to keep him up. Like, if we see us keeping him up, that means my team is going to kick ass. So, yeah, I think we're going to go up from here. I promise you that. I think so.
You think with him bowling the early league, it's an advantage for him or a disadvantage for him?
Disadvantage. In my opinion, I think it's a disadvantage because he's reading the lanes already from what he's bowling on, but we bowl on a different lane after he's done. Yeah, he knows the feeling is fair. Yeah, the feeling, but the mark is going to be different. And he comes in thinking that he can just throw what he was throwing on that side down there where he's bowling at, but it's a whole different shot. So he has to realign himself from what he's used to from the first of the games.
Yeah, I think it's an advantage and a disadvantage. It's an advantage because he's already warmed up. He's thrown 3 games worth of balls, but it's a disadvantage. I think on just stamina. I would be tired after all 6 of those games that night.
I was about to say it's a disadvantage for us old guys because bowling 2 sets in one night's tough.
Yeah.
I just think this is in the future. We could do it in the summer. We could try it in the summer. I just think it's cool. I saw one league do it. He's a pro bowler. He does it in Plano. He does it every year as a 42-week league. But we could do it in the summer. It's just beta testing. It's called the league draft. So we'll get teams and their captains, and we'll have to draft the players. So anybody who wants to bowl, they'll be mixed up in a bowl, and they don't pick their partner. Basically, they'll be drafted to a team. Chris Johnson does it in Plano, and I was like, man, that's a great concept. It'd be fun. People might like it. People might like it in draft.
So it'd be like if you knew that you could fill 10 teams of 3 people, you'd have 10 team captains just
drafting 2 people to their team. Yep. It will be like in the football league, like each person takes a turn. They'll write it down and pick it out.
You bring up something interesting because our league did something that I don't know if any other league has ever done before. And Mark, you may remember we did fantasy bowling.
Oh, yeah.
We did our regular league, but for fantasy points, we did draft bowlers and they became our fantasy league. And we used their scores heads up against other teams. Mark, do you remember doing that?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. And I think every week you're up against somebody different, wasn't that?
Yeah. It was kind of like a mini fantasy league, and it was just an added element. We haven't done it again because we haven't had a lot of demand for it. But I think, Chris, that kind of works into what you were talking about.
Correct.
They did it in real life. Our league is more casual. I don't know if they're going to go for that, but I'll ask around and see what they think and see if
we can always ask. Like, I mean, yes, people like picking their teammates and who they like being around with, but this will bring a competitive, strategic edge to the league.
Yeah. We'll have to ask and see what they do. But if not, then maybe we could revisit coming back to the fantasy bowling, which again, that was called JB Trio Fantasy Bowling. And just like when you do fantasy football and stuff like that, you draft a team and it's filled with players from NFL, and then they use their stats to use as fantasy points. And we did the same thing with the league. And some people thought it was fun, especially the first place winner. I remember I paid out $100.
When we did that, was it a doubles league then? Like, did we do this during the
No,
summer?
it was trios. It was in the fall.
It was in the fall. It was when the first time the league had moved to the low end.
Okay.
So
okay. Now I remember. Yeah.
Oh, something else I wanted to talk about is that there's 2 people on this podcast that have bowled 300 and made the video. Chris, we're waiting on you, buddy. Payton, we're waiting on you, buddy. Get your guys' video of 300 soon, hopefully.
Keep my fingers crossed.
But Mark,
I have a video of a 297.
Yeah, you do. You made the video.
I have a video of a 298.
And hey, Chris, if you want to see an actual video of somebody that doesn't choke, you should look at Lee has of me.
In the background of that video, I was holding my hands to my neck.
The Woodmansey choke.
Yeah, that's the coin phrase. The guy pulled the Woodmansey.
Like in the Muncie.
I told my mom I'll be famous about something. There you go.
We need to get the word out, and I'd like to at least I think we actually did get it up to 14 last summer. It seems like we have just a group of summer bowlers take the fall off and then the opposite. So we have to see if we can get it up to 16 teams this summer.
And if we did Chris's concept, how would you feel if I drafted Camilla?
I'd be fine because she knows better when she bowls against me that she'll just suck on purpose.
Oh.
We did that one summer. Camilla was my partner one summer.
Or kick your ass twice as hard.
Yeah, I remember when Camilla was my partner and you partnered with the Packer guy.
Yep.
It didn't end too well with the Packer guy, but
no.
You ended up gaining a partner.
Chris, I was actually thinking of an idea like you said. Like our league went into duos this summer. I was thinking about people picking names out of a hat to actually pick their partners or something like that. So
so instead of a draft, you have a random pick? That's
exactly.
A random pick. Yeah, see, either way is fine. But I mean, either way, but I want to try it. But first, we have to speak to the people who wants to come back for the summer and see if it's okay with them, of course. But it's just like
at our team meeting at the very.
Yeah.
But another thing is our summer league tends to have a lot of couples. Like we have Joe and his wife, and then Ryan and his, and you and your wife.
Couples, yeah, but we're okay just bowling in the same room, like in the same league together. That's it.
You guys
Like-
are good with swapping, huh?
Yeah, we're swingers. What are you talking about? So, I mean, the reason why, because Chris Johnson League in Plano holds almost 60 teams, and I know their families in that one's couples relationship all in that league, but they get drafted to different teams, but they hold 60 teams because people love the concept, even some new ones. And some of the people, sadly, some people don't even get drafted at all. The teams are filled up.
You know, JB Trios used to be like that. That used to be a full house league. It used to.
Yeah, I'm just trying to bring that back. That's all.
It used to be teams would average 600 for the team. And I know it's gotten down to 10 teams, and we invite all bowlers. But, you know, of course, looking and trying to expand. And I think we should just take it one step at a time. We'll just ask around, see what they think.
I've got to say, though, for a 10-team league, I remember you guys mentioned this one episode already, brackets are nuts. As the guy who runs the brackets, at first, when I very first started the brackets and we had limited amount of teams, I always thought it was going to be like 4 or 5. But now from 7 to 9 some weeks, and crazy. But I enjoy running them. I've gotten to know everyone in the league by this point, and it's so fun. It's always so fun because everyone gives each other so much shit. And for the brackets and King of the Hill, Chris, I'm looking at you.
yeah, you're right.
Really, it's pretty good, though, when you're running 7 brackets. You only get 9 teams coming every week, and to run 7 brackets with 8 people in a bracket, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, because they're all competitive because they want the money. They just shows that they money lead. You can win money here. Like you can if you both good and like shit talking, this is the league for you.
I was about to say, they're either in it for the money or the glory, because I swear to God, some people just don't even bat an eye at me when I hand them the money, but they were rubbing it in everyone's face.
Yep, exactly.
And I know we're not the big men's league on Monday or the pretty much any league over in Plano. We're just a small time league, but we have fun. We compete, and 7 brackets for 10 teams or 9 teams now is pretty good.
I lost 3 of them this week to the Prides.
Yeah, the Prides.
All 3.
They got 600.
They were the sweepers this week.
Yeah, I lost 1 to David and 2 to Andrew.
That's just you, though. I mean, like that's normal. That's nothing new. So
yeah.
Going over Bowler of the Week, we had for the men's, David Pride Sr. shot 105 over his series with a 642 series. And, of course, honorable mentions goes to the highest series of the league was Andrew Pride, shot 688 last week. Their teammates and David Jr., who's the third teammate, had also a 600. I think it was 631. So they all kicked butt this week. And then for the women, Bowler of the Week was Derry Boudreau, Ricky's mom. She bowled 42 pins over her average this week for her 436. So congratulations to all bowlers of the week. And Chris, you were close. You made 3rd place in Bowler of the Week this week. So
Bridesmaid.
our winning bet is still going.
A bridesmaid.
So that wraps it up for JB Trios Podcast, Season 1, Episode 3.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for hearing us talk about shit and bowling. Please come back again, or you'll get a 710 on your next time bowling.
Thanks for joining us, Payton.
Anytime.